So we've taken some time to look at the previous modules we just went through, and we have successfully initiated and got the project started. And now we have the inputs necessary to go into planning. And you see, one of the most contentious part of project management is the planning phase, because how can I plan a project where I don't have domain expertise? And for that matter, how can I plan a project if the project team that was assigned to me are implementation people, either not high enough or does not know deeply enough the domain from which I would plan for? Project, your project, will not be successful if you don't have access to the kind of designers and planners necessary to have a good, high quality plan in place. So it's really critical for you to have access to these subject matter experts, people that have 5 years, 7 years, 10, 20 years experience in the domain that you are planning for, so that we can develop very good plans. Taking the project management body of knowledge's approach and methodology in project management means that we will invest time in developing plans that are to the sufficient level of detail to mitigate any implementation risks. And so it's important for you to develop the tools and the skill sets necessary to get you a high quality plan to implement. Without a plan, what do you implement? Because you implement what you plan. How do you measure the quality of your implementation if you don't have a plan? Therefore, a plan is important because a plan is the baseline of what you implement. Make sense? And project management body of knowledge articulates it very clearly. You start with a project charter, which is an input into your project planning process. You create a work breakdown structure that allows you to detail out in successive levels of detail the scope of the project and the different work packages that you wish to implement inside the project. The development of the critical path methodology, the PERT CPM, and the network diagram allows you to sequence and identify the dependencies between tasks. From there, you'll be able to understand what is the project duration and what are the different packages that if gets delayed, the project will get delayed. And that is the critical path. From there, you will develop a Gantt chart, and the Gantt chart will be your basis from which you will implement from. You might develop risk management plans, you might develop communications plans, and other ancillary plans and facilitating processes in order to support your project plan. And it all depends on how critical the output of the project is, the level of quality and precision that is required. The less precision and quality is required, perhaps the level of detail in the plan is commensurate to that same level. Ultimately, the plan will be the benchmark, will be the baseline by which implementation will be guided by. We will implement according to the plan, and whenever we run into issues in implementation, we will change the plan to adapt to the realities of the situation. But I get ahead of myself. Put together the appropriate level of details of planning and rigor to the planning, to the size, to the criticality, and to the relevance of the project output that you're going to deliver.